Okay, folks, so I promised you a quick video tutorial. This is on factoring the sum of cubes and the difference of cubes. So this is a formula that we just have to kind of memorize and understand. And you might want to make a card for this for a little while so you can really practice this. So what does this mean? This means if we have the sum of cubes, I can factor it by taking the cube root of a cubed, that gives me a, the cube root of b cubed, that gives me b, and then do all of these according to the formula. So let's look at one of the questions that we had in class, one of the examples that we did in class. One of the examples was x cubed plus 27. So the work we want to do over here is, well, the cube root of x cubed equals x, and the cube root of 27 equals 3. So this is going to be my a, and this is going to be my b, this x and 3. So if I'm factoring this out, I just have to know about those cube roots. So I have x plus 3. You see how I'm following this law? And then I have x squared, and I'm going to subtract the product of 3x, and then I'm going to add 9. Okay? Because if I look at my formula, this is what works. Now, how can I check that? I can always check that by doing the distributive property. If I distribute this x to all of these, watch what happens. I have x cubed minus 3x squared plus 9x, and then I distribute this 3 along all of these. So I get plus 3x squared minus 9x, right? And then plus 27. And look what happens. This positive here and this negative, they actually cancel. Yes, this is the real canceling because they go to 0. And I have a positive and I have a negative here, and they actually cancel because they go to 0. So what am I left with? I'm left with x cubed plus 27. So this is the formula. When I have the sum of cubes, this has to be a plus, this has to be a minus, and this has to be a plus. Now when I have the difference of cubes, it's the same process, except I just have some different signs that I have to deal with. So let's do this as the difference, x cubed minus 27. Well, we already know what the cube root of x cubed is and the cube root of 27 is. So if I factor this, it's going to be x minus 3 times x squared plus 3x plus 9. And again, if I wanted to check all my work, I could do that by doing the distributive property. And you'll notice that all of those center terms will, yes, cancel again. So I have x cubed plus 3x squared plus 9x, and then I distribute that negative 3. So negative 3x squared minus 9x, and then minus 27. And look at what happens again. Here's our positive and our negative, and those like terms cancel. Yes, they actually cancel because they go to 0. And those cancel because they go to 0. And what are we left with? We're left with x cubed minus 27. And this is a formula right here that you're really just going to have to memorize. It's one of those times in math that I'm going to encourage you to memorize. So they're very similar, you see, but when you have the difference, this guy is a subtraction. And these two are both addition. Can you see that? Whereas when you have a sum, this is an addition, this is a subtraction, and this is an addition. So it's something that you want to practice. Okay. So I want you to try these, pause, and try these questions. These are the ones that we did in class today. So I want you to try these. Example, x cubed plus x to the 9th. Try to factor that, okay? Again, you're going to have these factors, something in here according to this equation. Then what else did we do? We tried x cubed plus 64z to the 9th. Again, you're going to have a binomial here and a trinomial here. And then we had this one, 8x cubed plus 125y to the 12th. And we did the work. This is going to be plus and this is going to be minus plus something minus plus. This is going to be something minus plus. I want you to try that. And then the last one I want you to try is the one that we did in class. We made an example in class. Okay, well actually it's a little complicated, but I want you to try it anyway. 125 q cubed minus, now this one is going to be the difference, 8r to the 9th. So what is that going to look like? It's going to have a minus here, something minus something, and then these are all going to be pluses. But again, you go through that same procedure that we do up here. Okay? So I want you to try all 4 of those, and I will see you after spring break. Have a great break.